Hey beauties! So I decided to start a new series. No! You hear her tell me to be quiet? You be quiet. She's in there watching Mickey Mouse House, so if you can hear that in the background, then I apologize. I wanted to start a new series because I was trying to come up with other videos that I could film besides hauls, especially because I am on kind of a no-buy. I'm not really letting myself buy everything that I want to buy, so I figured I would do a top 5 series. Well, this is drugstore products, and I know a lot of people like drugstore makeup. I love drugstore makeup. There's a lot of great things at the drugstore, and most of it is really affordable. So I figured for my drugstore, and to kind of kick off my series, I would do a top 10. Because I was going through my drugstore stuff, and I was like, I can't pick just 5. There is so many things from the drugstore that I literally use most of this stuff on a daily basis. A lot of it I have on my face right now. So let's get started. I'm so excited to start a series. I'm so happy. Yay! Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Let me make sure. Oh, that definitely would have gotten all over my teeth. Oh, I'm not flipping you off. With my luck, that'll become the little thingy. Ah, I hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, primer. This is the baby skin primer, and I love this. This actually compares to my Smashbox. They're the same consistency. They're very thick. They are pore minimizing, and they're both amazing primers, but this one is a cheaper alternative. I probably should have looked up prices for all of this stuff, but I'm not exactly sure. I'll kind of guesstimate. Some of it I do know. Some of it I'll kind of guesstimate. I think this is around $5 or $6. So baby skin primer is definitely my favorite drugstore primer. For foundation, this is the Revlon Photo Ready Airbrush Effect, and this is a newer foundation that Revlon just came out with, and I love this. I have this on right now, and the only thing that I don't like about it is it never fully dries. That's why I have my hair pulled back. I mean, other than the fact that I always wear my hair up because I have a 2-year-old and a newborn, but it never really dries, so my hair kind of sticks to it if my hair gets in my face, and I hate that about it, even if I set it with powder. But the coverage and the longevity of the wear and everything is just phenomenal. I found a really good shade. This is almost my perfect shade, and that's impossible for me with drugstore foundation. So I really love this, and it has a pump, which we all love at the pump because we don't use too much or too little. Concealer, as always, this is in all my favorites. This is the Age Rewind. Oh, this is like $11.50 or something like that, but I got it for $8. It was 40% off. I don't know if that math adds up, but I know I paid like $8 for it and it was 40% off. This is the Age Rewind in the shade Brightening. I use this every single day under my eyes. It does nothing for my creasing. Everything I always use under my eyes settles into my under eye creasing because it's just terrible. I just didn't take care of my skin when I was younger, and whether you guys believe me or not, I'm almost 30 years old. So I'm getting up there, and I do have fine lines that I'm starting to notice. The under eye creasing, I've had an issue with that forever though. But this is such a light coverage. This is the one that settles into my creases the least out of any concealer, and is the only concealer I've ever found in a shade that actually brightens, because you probably can't tell in the jar, but it is a very pink toned concealer, and I love that about it. Let me take a drink. I always drink out of these big ass tea bottles. Ah, that's so much better. Let's see what's next. Let's do lipstick. Wet n Wild. Hands down, absolutely, always my favorite. Wears phenomenally. Ew, these are so dirty. I don't like the packaging. It gets really dirty. But they have such a wide range of shades. There's so many colors, from like the lightest nude to the deepest burgundy, purpley, almost black kind of colors. This is what I'm wearing on my lips right now. It's this one here, and it is called Mochalicious, I believe. Yeah, and I saw somebody swatch this on Instagram, and I instantly had to run out and get it. But these, I think the most expensive Wet n Wild lip glosses might be $3. Like, these were both $1, and you can't beat that. I mean, they go on so smooth. They feel so comfortable on your lips. They're not transfer proof, but I mean, they're $1. So they're just really great lipsticks, and I will always recommend these. Mascara, right now, I always switch up my mascara. I'm constantly using different ones. I've actually been using the Better Than Sex for the last couple of days, but before that, I was using this new Maybelline Colossal Chaos, and you're supposed to use this like a regular mascara. You're supposed to just apply it like you normally would, and then you turn it this way and kind of just mess up your lashes and make them all crazy and clumpy, and that's supposed to be like the trend or the thing. That's ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. I don't like it at all. If you do, and that's your thing, and you can rock it, you go, girl. But that is not for me. But when you use this as just a regular mascara, it's an amazing formula, and I really like the brush. Since the brush is so, like, the bristles on it are kind of scattered and just kind of placed all over the place, it's really good at grabbing all of my lashes, and it just gives me a really, really nice kind of full and very voluminous lash, just like the Better Than Sex does. This definitely compares to my Better Than Sex when I use it just like a regular mascara. So I'm surprised how good the lighting is, because it's like black outside right now. It's been downpouring all day today. Eyeshadow. Love these. These are going into my favorites. These are the new NYX Prismatic Shadows. Let me just swatch this blue one. Let me see if I can get it to show up. Look at that. One swipe. It's a little bit powdery. You can see that little clump right there. Look how beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. So gorgeous. It's kind of hard to see in the pan with the lighting. But the packaging is really bad. There's one that I got. It's called Fireball. And it kind of reminds me of the Fireball from Urban Decay. But it has a lot less pink in it. But other than the packaging, it's just a awesome formula. Like, it's so shiny, so pretty. And I love me some shiny, sparkly eyes. So these are $6. I haven't been telling you prices at all. Well, yeah, I kind of have. This, I think, is like $7. Brio, you better knock it off. Stop it right now. Don't be mean to mommy. She got up at 8 o'clock this morning and she went to bed at like 2. She was up really late last night. I think her teeth were bothering her. So she is being a little pissy pants today. She's really getting on my nerves. But anyway, moving on to blush. I've been using this a lot lately. This is the NYX Tango with Bronzing Powder in When Leopard Gets a Tan. And I love this for summertime because it gives you a really nice pink flush on the cheeks, but it has a very beautiful bronzy undertone. I didn't use this today. I used my Hourglass Luminous Flush. Come on, get back on that boobie, girl. She's like bouncing around, going crazy right now. She wants the boob. She's so mad it fell out of her mouth. Here we go. There we go. So yeah, NYX bronzing. I really, really, really love this. It's really good. Highlighter. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Trio in Fair Trade Coffee. And the highlight in here is phenomenal. I'm not sure how well it would work on the darker toned beauties, but for the lighter skin, because it's a very white highlight, you can see it's like almost kind of stark white. But when you blend it out, look at that. It's just so beautiful. And I think these are like between $4 and $6, and you also get a blush, which the blush is really pretty in here as well. Look how pretty pink. And the bronzer is really nice too. It's more of a warm tone bronzer, which I am definitely a fan of. I really like the warmer bronzers, and it has a really nice sheen to it. They all have really nice sheens to them, but this is a steal. 3 products in here for $5. Favorite palette from the drugstore. This was kind of a toss-up between my Ulta Gilded Gold, I think it's called, eyeshadow palette, or my NYX contour palette. But this one I definitely reach for more than my Gilded Gold because I have so many eyeshadow palettes. I want to do an eyeshadow palette collection eventually, but for now, this is one of my favorite palettes. I reach for this constantly for contouring. I'm not a really big fan of the highlights, but this one powder down here that's like more of a skin tone, or no, this one right here that doesn't have any shimmer in it. It's really nice for setting my under eyes, but all of these bronzers, I use every single one of them. Brushes are my last, is that it? Yeah, brushes. Raw Techniques. You know it. They're a little bit more than I think a drugstore item should be, but they're still a great price. I really wish that you could buy every single one of them individually, especially this one here, the multitask brush, and people say that all the time. So hopefully the lady who created this line will hear us, and she will make this sold by itself, because you can only buy it in a kit right now. But yeah, I use every single one of these brushes every single day. This one to set my under eyes, this one to kind of just blend everything together, this one to blend out my crease, this one for my packing on shadow onto my lid, and this one is a great blush brush. So yeah, those are my top 10 drugstore items. I am going to tend to this little screamer back here. If you have any questions, leave them in the down bar. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Courtney's Makeup Corner. I love you guys so much. Let me know in the comments my next top five that you want to see. I love you so much. Mwah.